People ask me, don't you get nervous? Don't you get stage fright? And I often say, no, not really. Only a little, because of how much it matters. And that's the short of it. But the long answer is this is the only place I can swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God, and actually believe that justice will be served. It is so much easier to feel like I'm being judged by the content of my poetry and the caliber of my performance rather than the color of my skin or what I own materially, when spiritually I do not take this body with me after I've died. And whatever money I had stops being mine. No, I do not get nervous. I'm used to being the only one in the room, from Mexican neighborhoods to white schools, so to stand up here by myself is really nothing new. No, I do not get nervous because it is easier to write poems than go to therapy and be asked questions like, why do I find it so much easier for me to romanticize my pain, to endure suffering and fight demons than to ask for what I really want and say what I really believe, even if it will hurt someone else's feelings. People ask me, don't you get nervous before you perform? And sometimes I want to say no, because everything else is a performance, and up here is where I can finally drop the act. I am a poet, and there are days that on stage is the only place I feel like I am truly allowed to take up space. Some people celebrate their culture's history with their mother tongue, and praise God, that's great for them. But between the cradle of civilization and only a couple hundred years ago, I don't know where my blood has been. Sometimes I have to settle for writing my own cultural myths. Sometimes I have to settle for simply looking in the mirror and recognizing that I'm really him. And for a poet like me, this space is safe. This space is sacred because I can let out all the light I hold within, because out there in other places I have to keep it dimmed, because out there in other places loud men are bad men, angry men are dangerous men, emotional men are unstable men. But this space is safe. This space is sacred because out there in other places my she's, non-binaries and they thems can't get a word in, get treated like prey, like blasphemy, like less than. So if and when they feel threatened, I'm honored to step in, walk between them and the street, because I can help handle the heat. I've beaten felony cases stronger than these bigots, maggots, and wannabe Nazis. Out there in other places I will hold the line for any of my friends, because in here they hold space for me to be who I really am.